Good morning from Iroquois. I'm sitting in a really nice spot right here. I'm sitting um, kind of behind the house. The house is behind the computer, slightly down. Sitting up where we store water. Sitting down on one of the small ones that are empty. But just experiencing the day starting, the sun coming up, how quiet it is. Um, I see vultures flying, big birds flying on the one side of the mountain, soaring and floating around. And we have a cat. Hola. Such a beautiful morning. It's cooler now. It's more cooler, and it's for some reason I feel like it's more quiet than it usually is, and it might be quiet like this all the time, but I just feel such peace at the moment. Such peace. And every morning I start meditating. And I'll always already advise you, go to centerpoint.com or search for HoloSync. It is changing my life slowly. It's a marvelous meditation program with audios. It's not guided meditation, simply silent and quiet beats or instrumental, but it's not like electronic, but it's like just quiet, quiet beats, quiet instruments. I've done a lot of meditation in my life, and I've actually done a lot of guided meditation, which is both live and which is also through audio. What works best for me, I think, is the without when it's not guided, but when it's all the instruments, and when you can just sit there and just let that do the work for you. And that's what HoloSync does. That's what Centerpoint has developed, and I really find that awesome because you can just, what it does is that, we have two sides of our brain, left and right brain. Our left brain is usually related to being analytic, thinking, analyzing, and the other is more the creative side. It's where we can create, write, where we have ideas, imagination, and all those good things. And we are not supposed to think like we have two sides of our brain, because it has to function together. If it functions with the two sides in a more natural way, it will help us to actually increase our way of being, our way of life, because it's not two things. We have one brain. And the idea is that you connect the two and get the more potential use out of your brain, because that the music, because whatever it does, because I can't tell you what it does really. I mean, it's 100% science based also, and it's tested many times. This kind of music, this kind of beats and instrumental vibrations and noises in some ways also affects the way the brain works, and the outcome, they say, is that you feel that your brain will connect, two sides of your brain will connect more to each other, and will raise your potential use of it. And that also means that because the right brain has a lot of the spiritual sides of the minds, and when you develop more of that and get that into an analytical mind, which is the thinking mind, the structured mind, your mind begins to like dial down, a bit. It takes it easy. You become more peaceful. And that's what this does. It really is. I've had a big problem in my life. Thinking, overthinking, and like smash thinking everything. And I thought that, I think it was 9 or 10 years ago, I was like, yeah, I like to think a lot. I wish I had 2 heads so I could think even more. And it's also where you can usually get attached to a lot of thoughts and ways of thinking, and I'm not going to get into that now, but I know that it's also added to that I've been looking at absolutes a lot from where I come from. Do you smell horses? I smell horses. But then, it's like when you meditate every morning and you get into a rhythm of that, you feel you get into a more calm state, and it just helps you to get more out of life. It helps me to just kind of neglect, or to not experience fear, to not experience the stress and the worry that can be in having a lot going, because I have a lot going right now, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. And trying to kind of connect the dots and connect the knots and whatever else. So it's important to do that, and I really recommend go to centerpoint.com. I believe it's the website, or search for Holosync and find it. Find the program, find the audios, and start that. It's like you first start with 2 weeks of one audio you listen to, and then you go for 30 days with 2 combined and stuff. And I've started with the 30-day, or the 2 weeks now almost, and it's not enough time to say how the long change will. The longer change, how that will happen, but it will happen. And I already feel the difference, because you start your day off being more calm, and you feel that all the stress in your mind and whatever else kind of slows down, because the creative side, the peaceful side, the spiritual side of the brain comes in and mixes with it. So makes your brain one again. And I think that's maybe a problem in society. We think we have 2 brains, we have 2 sides of our brain, but if we think of them separately, if we think that we have our one brain that is connected, if we think that that's separate, how will we go about our life at all with not feeling separate? If that's the most amazing electronic switching station, whatever you want to call it, in the entire universe, if you feel that is separate and it's in you, wouldn't you feel separate? I think that's just logic. So I think that's the beauty of this program and the audios, because it helps you to kind of center yourself again, and then connect it to sides of your brain and become more one again. So that's it. Just want to share that with you, and wish you a great day. Be in peace, and may you be well and safe in your unique journey. Check out my daily blog, and also go to my YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel and check out the video from yesterday. I think you'll like it and have a laugh. Enjoy.